today's video, we will look at how to transform customer account renewal into digital playbooks. Traditionally, customer renewal process is a complex one since it has the key information scattered across various systems and the roles involved do not have access to these. For example, the account manager, the sales executive, finance manager, and all the others involved. Now, this often causes last minute follow ups or it getting entirely missed out, causing unexpected churn. Let's take a look at how customer renewals can be managed more efficiently and consistently through digital playbooks. But before creating a customer renewal playbook, let's first understand what a playbook is. At the core, digital playbooks are a set of activities that help you manage your repetitive scenarios involving multiple stakeholders. In simple words, if this happens, then run that playbook with these role-based tasks. That is, if a condition is met, then trigger these predefined set of activities, which then get assigned to the relevant stakeholders. To understand the workings of playbooks better, we're going to take a look at this in three simple steps. 1. Creating the playbook. 2. Triggering the playbook. And 3. Monitoring it. Let us first begin by creating the playbook using customer renewal as a use case. Right now, what you see on the screen is an Excel version of the renewal process that we're going to emulate. Now, when you look at this process, you see that it has multiple milestones with a slew of tasks that need to be taken care of. We also look at the timeline that these tasks need to be completed within, as well as the various stakeholders that are involved through the process. Traditionally, when managed through offline in an Excel format or checklists, it gets extremely difficult to keep track of the entire process, and there is no visibility on where the process is at. Keeping this in mind, let me introduce you to digital playbooks. Now we're going to try doing the first step, that is creating a renewal playbook template. So it's simple enough to start off by calling out the name of this template, adding the first activity right here. And in this case, since I already have an offline version, it's as simple as me calling out what needs to be done here. And so I call out the first activity as segmentation. I go ahead and assign it to the key account manager in this case and save it. And so if you see, I have the milestone, I have the activity, I have the assignee, the stakeholder, as well as the timeline, all emulated in a digital format. Now I'm going to go ahead and similarly add all the other activities with the relevant timelines and stakeholders. In the interest of time, I have already created a customer renewal playbook exactly replicating the Excel format. Now, let's take a look at how this can be triggered, which is the step 2, that is execution. The renewal playbook can always be manually triggered, but it can also be automated. Now, here we see a renewal trigger, which is set to trigger in 15 days. You can similarly, based on the organizational requirement, have this trigger set for 120 days, 90 days, 60 days. And what it would do is ensure that this playbook automatically triggers at that frequency that is set up here. Now, once you've triggered this, you complete the second step of execution. Step 3 is monitoring. Now, the practitioners have an easy way to track all your active playbooks. So you see the active playbooks with the timelines and the progress indicating how far along you are at any given point in time. You can also deep dive to track what activities are completed, what is open-ended or pending, and go ahead and close that out. The dashboard view here gives the way for the managers and executives to keep a track on all the active playbooks with the status on what's pending versus what's delayed, and all the different team members and their timelines. This summary view also helps in deep diving into the process and identifying bottlenecks. It also helps plan with the team's bandwidth and delegating as required. To summarize all of this, what we've seen all the steps involved in the process of digitizing your SOPs and converting them into digital playbooks. This can be repeatedly used and tweaked based on the org requirements. Now, this can be similarly, we've seen this for customer renewal today, but it can be replicated for all the other functions, be it vendor operations, HR and training, IT security compliance, and so on. To discover how your processes can be transformed into digital playbooks, let's get in touch.